welcome to Cocktails and Literature. My name is Justin, and tonight we're going to be discussing The Hot Toddy, as told by James Herriot in his memoir, All Creatures Great and Small, a heartwarming tale about his life and adventures. He was a brilliant veterinary surgeon in England, and I'm going to read you a little excerpt from chapter 1, actually, and little context. He is on one of his first jobs as a vet just out of university, and he is having a hard time with a calf birthing, and the calf itself in the cow is turned backwards. He's having a hard time with it. It's taking him a long time to get it out. It's pretty hard. It's grueling. It's arduous, and here we are when he finally gets it out, safe and sound, alive and well. I cleaned as much of the dried blood and filth from my body as I could, but most of it had caked on my skin, and not even my fingernails would move it. It would have to wait for the hot bath at home. Pulling my shirt over my head, I felt as though I had been beaten for a long time with a thick stick. Every muscle ached. My mouth was dried out, my lips almost sticking together. A long, sad figure hovered near. "How about a drink?" asked Mr. Dimmesdale. I could feel my grimy face cracking into an incredulous smile. A vision of hot tea, well laced with whiskey, swam before me. "That's very kind of you, Mr. Dimmesdale. I'd love a drink. It's been a hard 2 hours." "Nay," said Mr. Dimmesdale, looking at me steadily. "I meant for the cow." I began to babble. Oh, yes, of course, certainly. By all means, give her a drink. She must be very thirsty." So Hot Toddy, easy, fun. Classically, hot water, fresh lemon, whiskey, obviously, and a little bit of honey. You can garnish it with some star anise or cinnamon sticks or any kind of Christmas spice, clove, nutmeg, what have you. James Herriot has his with tea rather than hot water. I like doing a hot toddy with tea as well, especially when I'm sick, and the more whiskey, the better, especially when you're sick, because what whiskey will not cure, there is no cure. I think that's pretty obvious. So what we're going to do, we're going to do 1.5 ounces of whiskey. Let's get some out of the cabinet here. As I said, when you are sick, you want to do a little bit more. The more whiskey, the better. Put you to sleep, make you feel a bit better. But for all intents and purposes right now, we are going to do 1.5 ounces of whiskey. Pour that with my tea bag into the cup here. We take half a lemon, because you really want, about 1/2 ounce of lemon juice. About half a lemon should do the trick there. I have some fresh local honey. Local honey is best in tea when you're sick. Hot toddies as well, just because the pollen reacts very differently, or well, I'm not really sure the science behind it. With local honey, they just kind of go symbiotically hand in hand, and it makes you feel better. So in my cup here with the tea bag, I have 1.5 ounces of whiskey, about 1/2 ounce of lemon or so, half a lemon should do the trick, 2 little spoons of local honey, and then add some hot boiling water up to the side, already done. I stirred a little bit with the spoon. I'm going to stir it all again. That honey is what you definitely want to integrate into the cocktail itself. You want to get it nice and all homogenized. And stir it a little bit more, so you can feel when the honey completely dissolves into the hot liquid and in the whiskey. It's very aromatic. I can smell it from here. It smells delicious. I do have a little cinnamon stick that I'm going to garnish this cocktail with. So there is that. The Hot Toddy. Great if you're birthing cows and having some issues. Great when you're sick, and great for a late night drink before you fall asleep. Use a decaf tea at that point, I would imagine, but whatever. Salud. Enjoy.